jump in the water. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait for him to come around. I'm gonna go behind him, bro. But then I had to heal him. I said, bro, you gotta hurry up. Niggas is in the water on top of. No, I said niggas is over top of us from the water. So I healed him up and I went over. He getting big.
I just getting big. It sounds like someone trying to force their way through the door. Hey, but you know it's so fucking nuts.
I wish my weight came like this. I wanted to be a decent blackout. I'm a decent blackout that fast.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, bro? When I was kicking it, I swear to God, for a minute I was like,
Bruh, you know it's weird. As soon as I woke up, I was like, I wonder if this nigga Joe's like.
Cause I hit my middle button. The first thing I do, bro, is like,
Check
if you're
the
done,
line.
I'll be seeing, then like, I can always tell because if you're online, you're probably like if your PlayStation is still logged in, like at the menu of this, like, oh, he probably still he just on his phone, fucking with this way, or stuff on the other TV. But when you're completely off about it, like, he ain't even something done.
It's only lately because, nigga, we've been sick. I ain't even had no energy to stay up.
I was drained today, bro. I slept that shit off. It was so cool that everybody was sick because it's a quiet ass out there.
Everybody, it was quiet as fuck. Niggas was blowing my line down. My shit died.
Niggas was blowing my shit down too. I turned my shit down.
Nigga, the only phone call I answered, bro, was fucking Damien. He was like, bro, he said something about a zip, I think. And I said, yeah, I got it. It's alright. I'm come through. You never came through. That's the only phone call I answered. Oh, I can check from my phone. I'm taking.
Yeah. I need the best fucking PlayStation fan.
Nah, I had to download my Twitch. That's what I stream on.
I stream on YouTube that way I can cuss and shit. Like, you know how dudes
Yeah,
be jumping in his. Because on Twitch you can't do that. And you have to wear shirts and shit.
Like I don't stream
with
my camera. Enough.
If they go through and review your shit, they'll take your whole video down.
That's probably why my shit don't be popping up. But they kick me off.
No, they won't kick you off.
They kick you off Twitch. You can't stream on it.
I'm about to say, usually they just don't post it.
But the only reason why I found all that out is because of the, man, I was streaming on YouTube because they ain't about to take my crew from me.
Smart man. Plus, you gotta think about all this shit we be having going on in the background.
But you'll never guess how many fucking cans I collected that week. 14. I don't even know how. That's how you know there's something wrong with me, bro. I can collect cans, scout out for niggas, and kill niggas. That's because though, like games like this is just common sense, bro. For real. Like Josh, I'll be getting on his ass, bro, cause like he does the dumbest shit. Like I just think of shit. Yeah. I just think of shit. Nigga, if my nigga runs in a room and you open the door, you can see the whole fucking room. You can see that whole side of the room. And you know he's not over there. My nigga's just running there now, busted. He's behind the door. Like he's behind the door. He's on the other side of the wall. But like, why would you run in there and stand at the doorway? Talk about where?
Talking about y'all just stood there and watched me.
So in real life, you expect me to say, "Hey, don't stand in the doorway. It's right there."
Fucker. I'm blinking.
This nigga just sniffed the fuck out this blunt, bro.
That's what I'm doing. Put it to his nose and he's still sniffing it.
Bro, Polo's dumbass hit him with it. That was the other day, bro. He hit him with a big ass call. He said, "Look at him. He's fucking." No, it was Sammy that hit him with the cloud. I said, "Yeah, we do that to our dogs all the time."
All our dogs is 420 friendly even if they don't like it.
Right? They're always around us. Tweaking, huh? I want to fucking tweaked out. They got brain cells or whatever.
When we start working out, man, we at the reservoir all the time.
Oh yeah. I took King to the reservoir a couple times, but it's like when you do good with King, like when you take him out, like in the morning, I'm like, one night I'd be feeling like, all right, I'll fuck with you, bro. So I take him out, I'll feed him, water him, make sure he's cool for the night. So when I wake up, as long as he big, good, nigga. Like, but King, he didn't piss and shit in the house, but so. Nigga, it was just that I'd wake up in the morning and find like it just went out and fucking ruined his shit. Like, bro, what? I just took him out last night. Why you want to go roll the shit? Threw him out to the reservoir, though. Or me and King, bro, used to, nigga, late nights when I'd be bored or something, nigga, I'd go to the park and hoop and work out and bring him.
We used to go solo. So you cut that motherfucking hollow to the ball sack. Now it'd be on. You and King, nigga. Pushing my hand away, so obviously want some fun.
That's crazy that bruh hit me back though.
Yeah. Some niggas don't be too busy, bro. Take the time out of their schedule, bro.
Maybe a nigga though.
Yeah.
I could tell by the way I seen his live the other day. I could tell.
See, this nigga I went to school with, Ross Elliott, bro. He's a fucking bodybuilder now, and he got his own bodybuilding fucking program and shit. You feel me? And this nigga is big, like big.
Ouch, you look bad. Why are you so pussy?
I think this is either Daniel and them's dad or Jade, or I don't know whose son this is. Jade or Janae made one of her kids with Facebook, or this is Daniel and them's dad. What's her kid's name? I think it's their dad though. The only thing that I don't stream on YouTube for is because, I mean, the only way niggas is on YouTube is really going to see your shit is if they're on YouTube looking for live videos. How would my shit pop up live? Like if we get on YouTube right now, you wouldn't see live blackout. Like on Twitch, you get on Twitch to watch broadcasts of games. Like that's why it makes more sense for me to get on Twitch.
Yeah, but this is just like proof, and at the same time, you're still broadcasting like.
But I'm saying like, how do they know? Like how would they see the video?
Send it to all your friends.
Huh?
Like to all your friends or wherever you are on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like if people subscribe to you when you go live,
yeah, I know.
It's their phone.
I know. Because if I go live on YouTube right now, it's just probably on you, Josh, Fauna, Matt, Desiree's phone.
It's just like, I understand how you can do it. It's just about how did you start to get like the way these niggas that we be watching on live, like
you know what they really some people they go on other broadcasters
and get clout
and they put out their name and
they promote them and shit. Yeah, that's what I be saying. Like, and then once niggas get so used to seeing them play, they be like, well, shit, let's see if he got his own thing going on.
But really, we need to get plugged in with streamers, bro. We need to get plugged in with at least somebody else who streams. Like my nigga Small Change, I see he be broadcasting. But I don't know. Or really anybody we play with tell them to broadcast, bro. So that way, even if they get a view, bro, we'll fuck around with some.
Plus, you can invite people to your broadcast too, so be nice and they know you nice. They'll watch you.
That's what I'm about to start doing. Like, that's what I'll be fucking.
Use what we always use, bro. Take your best motherfucking videos, put them together,
and send them where?
I don't know. On Facebook.
Oh yeah, in the community.
Yeah, in the blackout community.
Oh, yeah, that's how people get. I never thought of that.
Facebook, nigga, that's the best advertisement. That's the number one advertisement. Ouch, motherfuckers. Break your fucking balls. Yeah.
What?
He put his paws in my foot and kept doing this. Shut up.
Bro, he gets getting big.
I'm about to switch him. He's 11 weeks, bro. When he hit 14 weeks, bro, I'm switching him to that fucking bully mac shit. Like, you know, that man get that fat ass bulldog boy. Yeah. Except he's not gonna get fat. He's gonna get dumb big.
He ain't got no choice but to get big. He's gonna be active as fuck. This is winning. I'm not fucking with him.
The reason I know he's gonna be active because I'm gonna have him get active with me. When I start like getting back to working out and all that other shit, he's gonna be great with me, make me do all kinds of shit. Like I'm gonna take this thing I see on fucking Facebook. I'm gonna take the fucking harness and tie 2 gallons of water and the gallons of milk, nigga. Tie them to put the rope through the handles and they can pull them motherfuckers, bro.
Bro, I can't wait till I get my own house, nigga. When I get a dog, it's going down.
That's a big step because, like, I never knew when I was your age how much it really was. It was way more than what I thought it was, but, like, now I can think about I can explain it. Like, first things first, you start off with your room. Yeah, your room. Like, when you don't have a house, you know, you're just living life, you got your room now. You feel me? That's your first possessions.
But I feel like that's where people fuck up at, right? Is when you go from a room to a house where you really don't expect. You really don't know what to expect.
Yeah. Like your first month of you living in your first house where you stay in your room. And then when you come out and finally like open up,
you'd go from.
You'll start fucking around the house and shit. It's just like, this is really our shit, you feel me? But what really sets the tone is when somebody comes over at your age, when you're young and
have like, damn, I can't wait to
get. Like when I was 18, nigga, had that big ass house at the most, like all my niggas was like, they're like, bruh, what the fuck, nigga? How'd you get this house? How do you afford this house, bro? How do you pay for these bills and shit? Like, nigga, that's the best feeling. That's when I had that feeling as a man. You feel me? But then at the same time, the reason I am now is because I had Aaron hit a lick on my house. You feel me? It's me back in the day. Aaron hit a lick on my house, but that's what made me the way I am. He didn't get shit. But it was just like, damn, the nigga.
Back then,
it's just a thought, like, damn, the nigga was in my house, bro. If he
like, damn, now I gotta think about that shit.
Yeah, like, damn.
It used to be my parents.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, nigga, now that shit really, like, spooked me, you feel me? Because all I got is this one block, bro. He could have sat in here and waited on me to come home or something. Like, that's when I start bugging and taking shit real serious. Because it was really out there.
We still gotta put the cameras here, because summertime, nigga. We are all the opposite.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I just opened that cabinet to see my kid. She was very like, nigga, that's exactly what I was on. Boy, after that shit happened, nigga, I ain't let nobody in the crib, bro. I wasn't fuck with nobody. And once everybody realized I wasn't fuck with them, everybody fell back and I had no friends. I mean, all my old niggas still knew I fuck with them, but they was having kids and shit too, so they had to do their own thing just like I had to do my own thing. Now it's just like, on some real shit, bro. Where I'm at in life, it seemed like I was just 21. You feel
And
me?
nigga, it seemed like you was just trying to remember, nigga, you was 23. I was like, and you told Raw, you was like, yeah, I'm about to hit my Jordan or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I was sitting there, and I was like, how old are you, Raw? And then he say 22 or 23.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, you're older than Joe. And then he was like, nigga, that's why I call him little bro. You're not older than me. I said, nigga, you're 21. He said, I'm 23. I was like, oh, this nigga's tweaking, bro. I kept telling myself, like, this nigga's tweaking, bro. And then finally said something like, I'm about to be 24. That's crazy, guys. I was like, ain't you 22? And she was like, no. I was like, so Joe's 23, bro. She was like, yeah. I was like, you guys are crazy.
that's when reality kicked in. But now it's real shit.
That's why I said it felt like I was 17 forever.
Bro, it's just that fast because it felt like, bro, when I was 19, no, 18, bro, that shit seemed like the longest year ever, bro. Because I wanted it to happen so bad and I couldn't wait for it, but once it happened, bro, it was like, damn, this is
I can wait for it to happen.
No, it's like I couldn't wait for it because I wanted to see like what the hype was about. I don't know why everybody wanted to be 18, but then
But me, the only reason why I really, the only reason why I really never really looked into being 18 and shit is probably, I'm sorry, living like an 18-year-old.
Nah, it's just after like
All the shit that niggas back then was doing when they was 18, when they was trying to hop us up, nigga, I was already doing it. I mean, by the time I hit 15 and 16, I was already doing it. Well, probably like 13, 14, I was already doing all this shit.
See, but
I was already getting locked up. I was already getting sent off, man. I was already in the fights, parties, all that
That's what
shit.
you'll understand. Like when you hit 18, it's no longer about the street
Yeah,
shit. Cause
it's about legal
like,
shit, like
just
jobs.
like you just said, bro. When you hit 18, bro, you've done by the time you get 18, you've done everything you can do out here in the streets, bro. Now it's about like legitimate, like getting your shit together legitimately, like your passport name. If you want right now as a grown ass man, all anybody gotta take, you can leave this house right now, nigga, and make you a fucking tent in the woods, nigga.
I could have done that before. I mean, not without a car.
Yeah,
I mean, well, I don't know, because Jasmine used to put Javion Tank 2, Key and Baby Sean on the plane all the time. Send them across.
I know that, but I'm talking about like live on your own.
Yeah, live on my own,
yeah.
Now I can, but back then.
And shit, nigga, pretty much, yeah, get your legitimate side together, cause like you never had a chance to, cause you've been so caught up in the streets. Now it's just like see what that side of things is about. But like I love the legal side of things. I love making my money, noise, playing, not having to look over my shoulder.
Put it the fuck down. About to start cleaning up after you.
I don't know, it's just way better than having to go to sleep like, cause I know right now, you know what, like I'm doing so good, but all this
I love the street life. The only thing I don't like is
the consequences.
not even that. The only thing I don't like is having to keep this shit away from it, man. Like having worrying about you, man. Like if you get too deep in shit, and it's like, damn, like niggas is watching the house or the boys is watching the house. I don't like the feeling of the house being watched by everybody in here.
Yeah, everybody being at jeopardy.
Yeah, like either it's dead or street. That's the only two things. But otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, that's the only thing I don't like about the street. I don't care about anything else.
See, like, let's have to say this too, bro. As I'm growing and I know this, bro, it's making me work around and still trying to get to my main point, but nigga, the reason I ain't really expanded because I'm staying here. The only reason I'm staying here is because she's scared to move away from her family, bro. But I'm just like, you know what, bro? That was me at one point in time, but I'm so up right now.
Nigga, what you mean? That was definitely me.
Yeah, I'm like, shit. I'm so up right now, and I'm so fed up.
But the
With
only
this shit,
reason why
you know?
I matured is because I realized, like, damn, like, our family is here. Like,
Yeah,
and then I realized, like,
nothing's
there's
ever
the niggas,
changed.
like, our family that actually left and made it, nigga.
Yeah,
Made it.
yeah.
Marky, Todd, uh, more people, but
Shit.
people that I fucked with. People
Yeah,
that I
bro,
fucked
like,
with.
bro,
Our family in Cleveland, they was up.
bro, hella nigga
They
fucking
just had
with me.
hella family. They just
Like,
had hella people in one house.
it ain't even
Like
that.
Corey and them, they always had hella people in one house, hella kids.
Like right now, bro.
But they had a big enough
I
house
can
to support
name
everybody.
so many niggas out of my generation that made it, bro. You
Nigga,
feel me?
yeah.
Like Braxton Miller,
I'm talking about family.
Trey Dupree.
I'm talking about family.
I'm just saying niggas
Our
that I was
family.
tight with that we had conversations like this. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
talking
bro,
about our family though. Like when I think about like our family that's done that shit, nigga
yeah.
made it. Like why isn't everybody else deciding like shit? There's a lot. Josh, but Josh, there's no Josh. He got that, but he's not from down here, man. We at the end of the day, we're not Springfield niggas.
Yeah.
Man, he's not from down here, bro. He hustle and they travel. Fuck, they're
Yeah.
up, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like, it was so good about
Like
it.
back then, what used to piss me off is back then, Jeffrey. That's what he could have done, bro. Jeffrey was up, don't he? Just did. Like, bro, no wonder she fucking cheated for real. Yeah, you got boring, nigga. Fuck. Sometimes I feel like my bitch is boring. I could never be a boring ass nigga.
Yeah.
Like you, like that's why I be saying, like that's why I be saying, yeah, I like my bitch, but I mean, yeah, I love my bitch and I love finding, but I feel like their lives were already planned, bro. Like they go, the only thing that was set in their mind is you're a kid, have fun, go to school, get your grades good, do what you're supposed to do, go to high school, do what you're supposed to do, get active or get some scholarship, something, go to college. After have a family, and after you have a family, it's over. Live life. Like I feel like that's how it was. Like that's how it was set in their mind. That's what they did. That's what I love for. They got their heads on straight. But nigga, I see shit after that. I see shit after that.
Do you hear what you said?
And during that.
Do you hear what you said? That's the real shit.
Yeah.
Remember that?
They got their heads on straight. You know.
Remember that conversation when I told you the system is made to set up.
Yeah. And that's how it's put. It's trained in their head.
Yeah, the brainwash.
But me, bro, no. Nigga, I had to get in trouble, bro. I had to do this, nigga. I had to do that. I had to experience this, bro. Life had to hit me like this, nigga. Had to get on my shit like this, bro. Now I'm 18, bro, and I'm about to live life, nigga. Like, nigga, I'm about to, after I get out of school, nigga, I'm about to stack once I get to this job. That's all I'm focused on, nigga. I'm stacking, I'm grinding, bro. As soon as I grind hard enough, after I got my car and all that shit, after I got my car, all that shit, bro, I'm just stacking to hit cities, find new plugs, nigga, get into some legal shit, like fuck with some niggas that actually going places, bro. Like getting, like, bro, I'm manipulating shit, all that shit, nigga, and I'm living big, bro. I plan on having a family, but I want to make sure I'm set for my family, like, bro. Niggas always say, yeah, he's spoiled. Like, if a nigga talk shit about the next day, it's like, he was always spoiled. He had handouts from his parents. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck. You can say that about my kid. You know, I could I work hard, nigga. So therefore, once they got what I feel like they deserve.
Like I got up off my ass and did for my kid. I'm
like you salty because you ain't get handouts. Maybe your parents ain't hustle as hard as me, nigga. As my kids, man. I don't give a fuck. Like when niggas be like, bro, I don't give a fuck. He ain't never worked for his. He always got handouts. Shit. Nigga, his parents work hard. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. We're supposed to grind hard as fuck.
That's just like me, nigga. Like I went through the struggle, nigga.
So that they have the same mentality. Like, damn, my parents always supported me. That's what I want to do for my kids. You can't knock a nigga for that. But I promise, I want to make sure I'll have mine. Like niggas my age is dumb. Like y'all already having kids, bro. Y'all don't even got your own houses. Niggas didn't even have cars, bro. Y'all big as fuck. I'll make sure I set my foundation first, man. And that's where niggas fuck up too. They don't be having shit and be giving handouts just because they expect shit in return. Nigga, I'll make sure I got mine before I ever look out for the next thing. I don't even be looking out for niggas, bro. Bruh. I just want to have fun, bro. I want to wake up and have fun every day once I'm set, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. It's just like, well, I'm pretty much set. Stuff on right now.
I mean, I can't say every day because I'm still going to work. But me, bro, the only reason why I say every day is because I'm planning on making investments, bro. That's why I really want to stack my bread now. Because, nigga, once I open up my savings account, bro, it's going down, bro. Because I know how to not touch my money, bro. So once I put money in there, bro, nigga, personal finance, bro, I paid so much attention, bro. I'm like, I mean, I pay, yeah, like when the banking side and shit, like, I pay attention, man. I just know how I want to do it, man. Like, I just want to stack because they said as long as I stack from 17 to 18, bro, once I hit, depending on what you do, I think it's like $50 if you put 50 a week in there or something like that, something small like that, bro. Put 50 a week in there, by the time you're 45, you're a millionaire, bro. Or you got a mill. You got a good mill. But nigga, that's only $50 a week till you're 45. From my age, 18. Nigga, I'm going to be doing more than that. 50 a week. I'm not gonna be doing 50 a week. I'm gonna be doing probably 25 here and there. But nigga, once I really get paid and I start stacking my money up, it's gonna go from 25 a week or 50 a week, and then 1 month, nigga, I'm gonna be able to put like 375 in that bitch. That's gonna boost my shit.
Fucking bills to money. That's another thing.
Thinking about that, having to sit down like,
it's just how far I've come.
She's probably going to be pissed.
Yeah, how far you
Kids
grow
is going to
like,
be pissed.
right now, you know
then
how
when the furniture breaks,
you know how every dollar you spend, bruh, means something to you.
Damn,
bro. I can say that.
Yeah.
Nigga, it's
or especially when something comes up and you're like, I just spent
once, like $400, $500.
Yeah, and you have something like this and you make one payment, it's like, here. And it's like, oh, you sick son of a bitch.
Let me tell you something about that. That feeling right there, they'll change for fucking like 3-4 years until you actually said, fuck it. I'm so used to paying rent. Guess what I did? I made up another hustle to make up for what I would usually have in my pocket before I paid rent. But it's crazy. It make you work so hard.
I always think, like, bro, when my kid finally gets into some shit, I hope I have a boy first, bro. Yeah. I only want one kid, but the max I'm having is 2, bro.
Yeah, period, bro.
But, nigga, I want a boy first, bro. I want a boy first, bro.
I'm gonna tell you like this. When you finally make your mind up, my nigga, and this is real shit, bro. When I was high school,
shit, he was just pulling me by my finger. I couldn't pull back.
Me, Khalil, and my nigga me, we all got together because we was having kids at the same time. We all had both of our kids at the same time. So I was asking, like, if Khalil got the girls, you feel me? I got the boy and the girl, and me got 2 boys. So we're like, shit, what you do? You feel me, bro? Like, I gotta get boys like, shit, I don't know. I'll be done in my bitch, you feel me? And then sometimes I really like, and Khalil was like, shit, I just like when the one bitch right, me, and my nigga Meek, like, shit, I'll be straight gun in my bitch. I'm like, there's a difference right there, my nigga. Obviously, when you taking over and gunning your bitch, that's when you have a order when you bust in. And I was like, if she ride me or she putting in the work, that's when you're gonna have a girl. Like, bro, it's nuts, man, because it's all 3 of us, bro. We had both of our kids at the same time. Like, me and Khalil's kids is the same ages. Like, both of them. Both his girls are the same age as his baby girl.
I'm done with it, bro. I'm breaking her back.
Yeah, so when you finally decide, fuck, you gotta have a kid, make sure she don't think she about to put in no work.
But the thing is, I was telling her, bro, you better go for that birth control shit, bro, for fucking you up, bro.
Yeah, bro, I was so scared. I was so scared.
Cause I told her, bro, if she can't have a kid, bro, you think I'm so scared?
Let me tell you why I was so scared. And I told her to get off when she was 18, bro. She got when she was 18, nigga. Nigga, we didn't have kids until fucking 20. I thought I was like, oh, it's over. We can't get out of this busting here every rip, nigga. Like, I don't know. Then a year go by, and then a year and a half go by. I'm like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
And then, one day she was just like, I'm not feeling good. I'm like, alright, you feel me?
Probably not even thinking about it no more.
Yeah, we had gave up on it, you feel me? So we looked up straight past it, and she started throwing up and shit, right? And then, what was it? Oh no, the bleach. The smell of bleach, nigga, was making her want to taste it. And I'm like, wait, bitch.
No, she said it was the,
No, it was
oh yeah, but she said when she was younger, she
and
was
then
fucking
the comment, yeah, it was the comment after that. I'm like, bro, you're fucking pregnant. She was scared to get a pregnancy test, so I had already put it in my mind like, bro, she's fucking pregnant. She's pregnant.
Bruh, yeah. I'm telling her, she gonna have to get off. I'll stop fucking with her. I'm telling her, like, bro,
How long has she been on it? 2 years, 3 years?
Bruh, yeah, since I've been here.
See, that's how me and found out. She was on it since she was 15. That's when we had, we had just got together. And nigga, she was on it. We didn't even fuck, cause I was trying to fuck, but she was on it at the time. So we made sure we didn't even fuck until she got on it, nigga. So it was like 2 months.
I smashed once. No, I smashed like twice before she got on it. But the second time was when the fucking condom broke, nigga. And it was over. That's when I had to use the plan B and shit.
Yeah.
And then Beyonce's dumbass nugget and Brianna didn't even get her a plan B. She was crying. Nigga, we sold this P4. Nigga, I got my 45 out of it. Wait, got that plan B. I was going. And then she was crying to Desiree like, that's it as fuck, because he got you one. Nigga, I said, not gonna get me one. Nigga. She was like, I don't think you should take it till I get one. So they went to the store to try still her one the same day. And then got right to Walmart and shit, but they was locked up and shit. So she told her, she was like, I'm be real. She was like, it was earlier that day, she was crying to her. She was like, I'm be real, if we can't get you one, I'm still taking it. She was like, I don't give a fuck, that's your fault. And she was like, and I told her, I was like, bro, before her and Beyonce fucked with each other that day, I said, bro, he does not want to cuff you. I'm gonna be all the way real. He does not want to cuff you, bro. I don't know if you want to fuck me, but he probably gonna try to fuck you. I was like, nah. I was like, if you want to fuck me, you fuck me. She was like, I ain't trying to cuff him either. I was crying and shit a week later after they were fucking shit talking about, but I love him, da da da. I was like, bro, I told you he was not trying to cuff me, you dumbass. Like,
You set yourself up.
Bitch. Like, he was supposed to buy me. No, it was 2 days later because you gotta take the plan B in under 72 hours. Within 72 hours of it happening. Bro, oh yeah, she gotta hop off of that. She gotta hop off of that. But you know what's funny? She gonna think I'm fucking someone else. If I tell her like, bro, I'm not gonna fuck you, bro, she knows. She already knows what it is, but she gonna think I'm fucking someone. That's probably why she's not gonna try to get off. She gonna come up with other excuses.
You know, I wouldn't even tell her like that. You feel me? You know what you do? Do it in your phone. And we were going, how we figured that out, we're going through different birth controls. And immediately the same. If you're on it for so long, it can still take effect up to 3 years after you're off of it.
She's on the shot.
Yeah, that's what finally is going to in her butt.
Now she gets it in her hip now. In her arm now. She got it in her butt once, didn't fuck with it, got it in her head, didn't fuck with it because her hip was hurt. And then she just started getting it on. But she just missed her appointment.
Them missed appointments and shit.
I know, because it still stays in her system.
But she can carry over for 3 years. That's what happened with me and father. Yeah, I said, bro, I was busted
I'm
for
about
a
to
year
tell
and a
you.
half, bro.
I swear to God, I'm about to tell you, like, bro, I don't think you should get your shot. And I'm dead ass serious. I really stop fucking.
That's what happened.
Guys, bro, listen, it's just when I'm bored. It's just when I'm bored or something, and I'll be like, fuck it, I'm not gonna go just fuck with her. And then it's like, boom, fuck it. It's like, it happens a lot. So, it's like, oh no, what was my main point of that? Oh, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'll stop. But when I'm making, that's what I was about to say. But nigga, when I'm just constantly just trying to get some money and I'm just playing the game, I'll even be playing right where they're out. Like, nigga, when all my mentality is just to wake up and make money, bro, I don't care about nothing, bro.
I be on the same shit. You
Bro,
see it.
I'll tell her, like, bro, you can done playing, bro, in 2-3 years, for 2-3 years, man. You think I can't wake up every day like bitch?
I'm grinding hard.
Like bitch, I need $150 extra today or something.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, guess we need to wake her up right now. You should have said that. Because it sounds ignorant.
Hey,
like
I shouldn't have woke you up, but.
Hey, but listen, it sounds ignorant. Like however, all that. And I wouldn't ride for no bitches like that right first, but I cannot have it good with you, bruh.
Oh yeah, bitch. I hope you didn't think you was just wifey and not baby mom. You're crazy. Bitch, that's worse than Jeffrey. You got kids. Oh yeah.
It made a relationship with one that's not.
Oh shit. I would kill her for you.
But listen, you know it's crazy though. This is how it is. So
I got shells. It's going down.
So listen, I'm so difficult with kids right now. Listen, I'm struggling mentally, mentally and emotionally, bro. Listen, this is what I constantly think about. So I don't want to have kids because I feel like my luck, I'm gonna have.
I felt the same way. I was like,
my luck.
You gonna get a girl?
I'm gonna get a girl.
I knew you was.
And I'm not gonna want to try again because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to. So it's like, but then again, I want to try again because what if I try again right after and then I have a boy? So it's like, I mean, fuck it. It's like, y'all right
Yo,
now.
think about this though.
Y'all like 1 year apart.
You know how you so stuck on that?
Yeah.
It was just fuck me up, nigga. Her first ultrasound had 2 dots, nigga. I was like, what the fuck? You feel me, bro?
But listen. So on top of yeah, so if that happened, like there's a possibility, like I could have a boy next, like right after.
What if it's twins?
Yeah. But listen, that's the problem.
Because it runs in our family.
It runs.
It runs in our family.
Our family. And I'm a twin. I got twin brothers, nigga. And then Aisha and Alicia.
Yeah.
And McKenna and Malia.
Yeah.
Bro. And it just keeps going. Didn't Tesh have a twin and 1 daughter?
Yeah. Blessing and miracle.
Mm-hmm. Bro. Well, listen, I told her with the twins on the other thing,
it would be you.
But listen. I said, now, if you have twins, that would be kind of perfect, because that's my 2 right there. That's my 2 right there. Knock it off, man. But the only thing is, what if I get 2 girls?
There's a chance, but
what if I get 2 girls?
Think about this.
But if I had a boy and a girl, perfect.
Perfect. That's a 1/3 chance.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be
perfect.
A
or if I had a boy and a boy. Yeah, that's 2 out of 3.
Oh my god.
If I had 2 boys,
that'd be lit.
Fuck
it. That'd be lit, bro. You wouldn't even know it. We got jazzy.
Fuck it, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, fuck it. But. But this is what I think about all the time. Not all the time, but this is what I think about, right? So I kind of don't want to have kids.
I think about this
because there's still that 50-50 of having a boy.
Imagine being fucking 45 like Pops and Stinker, your kid come home talking about he's jumping, you can't do shit. Bro, you gotta be fucked up.
Pop, that's Pop.
I mean, he's still gonna stress and do what he can. No, Pops, our dad.
I ain't fighting.
You're like, you feel me? How much older he is, and you feel me?
I mean, but he's cool now. Think about mom. But our mom and dad is weird though. Like they're fit as fuck for their age. Like mom's still doing cartwheels and shit. And dad just hit 190 and shit, and he's standing up straight, walking good and everything after getting popped 8-year-old, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That nigga will still be on some wreck shit. He was on some wreck shit in the cane and still hopping fences. Fuck. I was like, what the fuck? It threw me off too. When Marco threw it out there, bro, I forgot to say something. Marco was like, bro, he was like, y'all's pops is wreck. And he was explaining it. He was like, and what God me was, he's limping all the way to the fucking gate. And he looks over at it, and he's like, he looks over at little brother, hands him the cane, and hops over. He was like, I was like, bro, I swear to God. I was like, bro, I forgot to say something, but bro, I was wondering the same thing, like, you going crouched over, limp to the fucking cane all the way to the gate, give me it, stand up straight and hop over. I was like, did you try to fool me?
Pretty confident plus, bro. And plus, that's another thing that I owe that nigga, bro. That's another thing. Because
And Ronald been texting me.
He always hold us down, right? Nigga, if I help you get your shit together, go tell Pops again.
Pop's gonna come with it.
Yeah, but he's gonna
That's
lose
what I
it.
already playing.
He's going to
That's
lose
what I
it.
already
He
playing.
fucking around and cry. He
Nigga, I think about that shit all the time. Nigga, why you think,
house too?
bruh? That's what I think about all the time, bruh. Man, I want to get a big enough house, bruh, to where we have an extra room. And Pops' room, though. And Pops' room.
I ain't gonna lie.
But that's gonna be hard. But that's a goal, nigga. That's a goal, nigga. Especially what if I went pro, nigga, with boxing, bro? Nigga, and you know what I thought about? I was so scared, bro, because this one thing, I thought it said that you had to have like 6.5 or 9.5 years of experience in boxing to go pro. So I was like, that's why they start so fucking young, bro. Deontay Wilder boxed for 1.5 years and went pro. You know why? His daughter had a disease, a spinal disease, bro, and she only had so long to get the money to come up with the surgery, and she'd be cool and she'd live. But if not, then the disease would get so crucial and spread through her body and then kill her, bro. He was like, man, I sat down. And I started thinking. He was like, I was in college. He was like, when I was in college, me and my roommate sat down one time when we was going through a time. He was like, we sat down and started thinking, like, after college, let him up. He was like, I started thinking. He was like, we sat down and had a talk, he was like, we fucked with each other. He was like, we fucked with each other hard. He was like, so we told each other, like, bro, we gotta sit down and have a talk, bro, because I'm not letting you not be shit after college. Like, after we get, so what is your plan? Like, how do you plan on getting there? And bro told him, like, you should box. He was like, and I thought about it because he was like, back then, just because of how I'm built, he was like, and I was always angry. So when I fought, he was like, I was an animal, and nobody ever seen me lose. He was like, I don't remember losing either. He was like, I might have. He was like, but there's times where I block out. He was like, I know I put up a fight, period. He was like, but he told me, like, I've seen that when you fight, bro. He was like, bro, you should be in boxing. He was like, I sat down and thought about it, contacted the place. They called me in and shit when I came in. He was like, there was just so much going on. You got people over here sparring, you got people over here on speed bag, people over here jump roping, you got people over here doing team push-ups, you got people over here shadow boxing. He was like, and I just sat there and thought, like, this is it. He was like, I got nothing to lose after this. He was like, this is it. He was like, bruh, he was like, I was only in there for maybe a couple months, and I was already knocking niggas out. He was like, I was knocking niggas out, and he was like, they was telling me, like, as long as we keep going, these tournaments is going to get us noticed. That's what they said. They was like, they had me already up there. He was like, I got guys in there that got years of experience and shit, and I'm in here for like 6 months, and they got me at the top of the list to go in the tournament. And he was like, shit. He was like, all I know is, he was like, shit. Every time we won a tournament and shit, championship came up. He was like, I told my daughter, it was her first birthday, and I told her, he was like, before I become world champion, he was like, I'm just letting you know. He was like, I'm gonna knock this nigga out for you just to get this money, and you gonna be straight. That's what he was telling his daughter. He said, he beat the fuck out of dude. He got the money, paid for it, shit. I was like, bro, that's something, bro.
That's motivation.
Yeah. Walk in the gym like, nigga.
But at that point, like I said, he didn't have nothing.
You ain't have
to
shit
lose.
to lose, bro.
And,
Like
I mean, he
that's
did at
that's
the
your
same
lowest
time.
moment where you're the thirstiest, nigga, and you're strongest.
You
Period.
didn't have nothing to lose physically, but your daughter
Mm-hmm.
did, nigga. So that was the number one motivation. Like you didn't have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
You had no.
You had to make it. A year and a half went pro, nigga. Straight like that. No wonder, nigga. Hell yeah, I'm out there like that too. Cocky as fuck, man. And you know how hard. You knew how hard you had to grind. A year and a half, nigga. Heavyweight too. Heavyweight too. You out there with niggas who breaking faces, bro.
That's 540, 550 days damn near straight. Hard working, bro.
Nigga, I bet he barely slept. Probably like 275 days.
You still be on this?
Huh? Nah, it's gonna be intro, bro.
That's what I do if I'm gonna do like if I'm about to get shit.
That's shit. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If you get nice, bro, this is what I'm saying. If you get in the calisthenics, nigga,
That's what I'm saying. That's so.
That would be the perfect. It would give you.
It would be perfect
fit.
simply because, nigga, I'd work on my wings, bro.
Yeah,
I'd work on my wings, nigga, because nigga, all that rotation was knocking it, nigga, because I swear, this is how I perfect, nigga. Floyd's counter, nigga. But I swear to God, bro, niggas is not fucking with me because I always thought about it, nigga. My calisthenics, I'm getting this shit up, bro. This shit, my shoulders, and then eventually I'll start working on my arms too. I mean, I work on it all, but this is what I want right here. My blow, nigga, simply because, nigga, I'd always use Floyd's counter, bro. I swear, when it swing lane, weaving, socking, duck real quick, bro, I'll turn around. As soon as I turn around, nigga, I'm squaring up with you, bro. Like, if you dizzy or something, like, if you want some, oh shit, nigga, I swear, and all that rotation come from here, nigga. I swear, I'm drilling you, bro. But Floyd's counter, nigga, that's the cleanest shit, man. If I would have been at show for left, I'd be like,